Let me see.
I think it's
we are creating, I need to see this, sorry. We are creating a information pod, whatever you want to call it, to our associates that are millionaires. I'm addressing Danny Johnson, that owns DannyJohnson.com. Tony Robbins, everybody knows who he is. I'm addressing Frank Kern. Frank, I was on your inner circle for just a little while. Learned more in a month than I probably ever learned in 20 years with anything we've ever done in the internet. So I appreciate your help. But I'm actually appealing to people that can influence 100, 1,000, 10,000, a million people in America or around the world. We have an association, a franchise with, it's called www.crossville.biz. And what it is, it's a franchise. Today, there's over 140,000 new websites every day. How many is that an hour? Jamie don't know. I don't know neither. So what we're dealing with is the capability that GoDaddy's doesn't need to get 100,000 of those sites parked there, because even in as little as 10 sites for someone that's a working man, that site is worth 250 times 10, $2,500 a year for a working man that would just buy a simple $49 franchise from crossville.biz. A lot of the people I may deal with can be small businesses. A guy joined our team. He's a young barber, and he has been in business for 10 years. He says that he's finished the 10,000 hours. I guess motivational people that do that, I thought it was 10,000 days, but 10,000 hours he's put in his business, which is well over 10 years for him. And I do all the managing. We got people that can take your leads, and we will, I don't care if it's 100 or 10,000, we will talk to them. We will hire people to talk to them, and you get the better money. So if we sign up of your people, 100 people, what's 100 times 50? 5,000, right? So you make $5,000 as whether you're not, you're Frank Kern, Danny Johnson, Tony Robbins, doesn't matter. Whether you're a big name, small name. The reason I bring up Frank, no, wait a minute. Danny Johnson, and who's her person?
Hans.
No, Hans too. Hans is her webmaster and just a super, super guy. But who's her competition in Nashville? I'm thinking of Dave Ramsey, right? Well, according to my knowledge, listening to Danny Johnson, she's never went to a Dave Ramsey, whatever. Now, I've listened to Dave Ramsey online live, and he is amazing. He's not as beautiful as Danny Johnson, not as beautiful as my wife, but he is very interesting. And he's got that whole system. Danny Johnson, of course, is our Christian person that will do anything from baptize a person. One of the 1,000 people that come and see her, she will, hers is all about Bible. She does not leave out anything. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. But why I'm appealing to you guys is that your influence, if Frank Kern, for instance, I know he makes over $500,000 a month just from his inner circle. If he would take and join Builderall or Crossville.biz that we represent, he literally could be making in 5 to maybe less than a few years, he could be making $1 million, $1 million a month. Because Frank Kern, when he goes live, he might have 400 people that look at it, but he has 60,000 people that share it. Somehow, they don't catch him live, but they sure in the world he's influential. People know that Frank Kern made $18 million 13 years ago in one day. So I'm sharing this. I hope it goes viral. I will advertise in it if it does after 100,000 hits. It's so valuable, but I'm not trying to make money for me. I'm trying to help the working poor. And everywhere you go, there's a man working 60 hours a week, can barely feed his family if he's making $10 an hour. Well, this would give a man that has the ability to communicate and say, hey, I've got 100 people I know that could be a part of this 140,000 people that are buying new websites. And we will manage them because we get a percentage from the person. It's not multi-level. We get it too deep, and we're still making a percentage, even if the person makes the initial money more than us. We're still going to make money on the backside that's well worth managing, whether it be 100, 10,000, or 1 million people. We will find the people to manage the big numbers. My wife owns a window business and window cleaning. I help her sometimes. I'm not very good. She actually is up against going to possibly be the fastest window washer in the world through Guinness Book World Records. And we should hear from that any time now. It's been almost the time, and they said give it 3 weeks, and they would have. I don't know why they wouldn't approve it, but she is faster than the guy. The guy that holds the record, he's fast, but Jamie is a couple seconds faster, and we will prove it. It'll be fun, but it's not. A lot of times people say, wow, you make a lot of money in the window washing business. Well, if you was 3 times faster than most people, you're going to make 3 times some money. We can't do that on house windows because you can't rush around in a $1 million house. But anyway, I want you to check out crossville.biz. There's 4 Crossvilles in the United States. We live in Smithville, Tennessee. I used to own Smithville.biz, and I never imagined I'd ever live back here again. It's a nice little town, but it's not. Half the businesses are gone. It's for whatever reason, I don't know. It's just not growing anymore. But the businesses that are here, they're great. Great ice cream places. Who knows, right? But can you do a sample of them washing a window? Show them how fast you're. Actually, if you go to anotherblessing.net, N-E-T, on the bottom of the page, Jamie shows something that she's fairly fast in that, but she's not showing off her technique nor her speed that she really has. And when we prove that she's faster than the guy that holds the record, it's pretty intense. I mean, we've got to hire people, not hire them, but get volunteers to view it. We've got to have timers, professional timers that worked in stadiums that might record soccer teams. And that's about it. I guess we're going to see our grandchildren. We've got 7 daughters. And am I running for mayor? We got 7 daughters, 5 grandchildren. We're blessed to have 2 of them this weekend, 2 of the most beautiful little girls. But anyway, I encourage you. I'm making this mainly because I am starting to communicate. I've been to Danny Johnson's, what's it called?
First Steps.
First Steps. I want to go again when I get a chance. I'd like to take a dozen people. It's just so amazing. And Frank Kern, he's and no offense, Frank, he's not as entertaining as Tony Robbins, but he is far. He's got the ticket. He knows that information so well that he can take someone that is struggling and trying to figure out how to advertise on Facebook in 1 month. If he can make it to his inner circle, you're going to know, my land, it's not that's all. He tries to say it's super simple. It's not. But it's simple enough for someone that understands the internet. And anyway, I hope this turns out well. I think it will. Is it our birthday or anything? But you guys have a good day. Thanks for tuning into this. I hate it when it doesn't end when you're supposed to. I hate that.